Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So are you guys ready for the Creepypasta convention this year?
I have my own PR package. I'm currently getting together. It's gonna be a huge thing. It's gonna be amazing.
Trying to figure out what booze is PR. What does that stand for?
Pabst Ribbon Blue.
No, like I tried to get like a
Pilsner
table there.
rum. Sorry.
There you go.
Ah.
I was trying to get a table there, but they just sold out immediately, and so I don't have a place there. There's just too many other important people showing up at the Creepypasta convention that's going on this year.
I was really fucking... I'm not going to be able to go, because a little tight on cash, but I was really fucking hoping to get there this year, because I wanted to see the panel about that Creepypasta, that No Sleep movie that's coming up.
They
have the panel with Ryan Reynolds. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did you splurge for the VIP package?
Yeah. I tried to get in that, but it just sold out immediately because there was so much demand.
I don't mean to brag, but I actually got one.
That's crazy.
Oh,
dude,
my God. Do you get
I'm so psyched for the pasta pit.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, dude. It's just, I'm seriously going to just I've never done a live Periscope or whatever it is on Twitter, but it's going to be exclusively that. It's going to be amazing.
I've never done a TikTok or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the TikTok panel is going to be great, where you have all the TikTok Creepypasta cosplayers there. And that's going to be absolutely fantastic. There's just so much to be excited for. The thing that I'm most excited for, I'm just going to sexually harass every woman there.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Since I can't make it, can you send me the ass level phone footage of all the cosplay girls?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I will be following them into the bathroom. So
okay.
It's crazy, though, that they got the giant venue that they got, because that is the biggest Burger King in all of West Virginia.
Yeah,
it is. It's literally if you Wikipedia it, that's its claim to fame.
It actually has a Starbucks in. What are you laughing about?
It's true.
Yeah. No. The Starbucks inside the Burger King.
Right.
That's where I'll be spending most of my time, is at the Starbucks in the Burger King.
Yeah, there's a McDonald's in the Starbucks too.
I will be hosting 5 panels myself, but outside of that, mostly at the Starbucks in the Burger King of the Ramada Inn.
The Ramada Inn / Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
I really am looking forward to the. They're gonna have narrators there, of course, doing a panel, but they're gonna have narrators doing a live recording session where you're gonna get to watch them read, record, and edit their next video for their YouTube channel, like a little preview and everything. And then 5 minutes later, when that's over, they're gonna have a panel with Sony, and they're gonna be talking about Slender Man 2 coming to theaters. It's gonna be cool.
Really excited for Slender Man 2.
I can't believe they're going with Slender Man 2 literally having 2 Slendermen. That's gonna be fucking amazing.
That's bonkers.
I didn't even think about having 2 Slendermen in the same movie.
Yeah.
The first one was so good. But I could not be more hyped for the next one.
Basically, from what we've seen, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it is in the preview. If you've seen the teaser preview for Slender Man 2, I really love that scene where Slender Man climbs out of the well. It's fucking amazing. It really chilled me to the bone.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the original Slender Man. That was the white Slender Man who has black skin but a white suit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And a blue tie.
Right.
Photo-negative Slender Man
is photo-negative Slender Man.
Yeah. It's going to top, every Slender Man mythos that came before. We're going to see so many new video games and narrations. You got to get in on the ground floor of this.
They really, but here's the thing though, is when that script leaked a while back and we saw that the working project title was just Slender Men,
Mm-hmm.
and then they kind of chickened out and called it Slender Man 2.
Right.
That was a sign that the production wasn't going in the right place.
True.
But the information that's leaked that the stabbing scenes are still in there, absolutely class act that.
I really think, and this is just if we do have the producers or executives listening to the podcast, we know you did reshoots of Slender Man 2 that comprised the entire film.
Nothing about it is compromised.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that I'm being critical, but
we know that the reshoots made up the entire film, so maybe release the footage that you replaced as its own standalone, maybe? Streaming services? I don't know.
Can we get the stabbing cut? Like,
stabbing
can we?
cut, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
the stabbing cut.
What?
Oh.
I'm really excited for the CPU. I want to see the Creepypasta cinematic universe flourish. I'm looking forward to Brie Larson as Slender Woman. I'm looking forward to the Jeff the Killer movie, which I believe is a very good choice. They've just named it Jeff. Just Jeff. I thought that was a really good choice.
And, fresh off of Blade Runner 2048, they got the perfect person for Jeff, Jared Leto. He's going to do an excellent job.
Oh, God, of course.
Okay. Is Jared Leto not the perfect Jeff the Killer?
He legitimately is the best.
Like, goddamn, why is that not a thing yet? I'm glad it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. And, I think that he really has the range for it. It's going to be absolutely excellent. I will say you're going to be missing out going there where you get to see, actually do a meet and greet with all of the most important people in the Creepypasta community, the narrators. And when I say meet and greet, I mean they're going to be behind a glass wall with a mask on and you can't touch them.
Right.
But
they have the crotch height holes in the glass, but yeah.
They do,
so you can
reach
sniff
through.
Yeah.
If you need to, which is it's a new precaution, but the narrators really think that this is an important thing, so naturally we're all on board with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just hope that the convention goes okay, and I hope that we get a lot of good stuff out of it, and I hope the community grows as a whole, because the more inclusive we can be, the more readers we have. The bigger Creepypasta gets, the more mainstream it gets. It has only gotten better. It's been an upward trend. Right.
Creepypasta, as a genre has just exploded forth.
Definitely.
And it's now, it's really an optimal time for the Creepypasta convention to be happening.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there's been talk about this ridiculous, true crime convention, which just seems ridiculous. I don't think that would get off the ground floor.
Nah,
it's a baseless, shameless copycat convention, a copycat con, as I like to call it. And it's just no
forethought.
It's by a bunch of narrators who have just they have not stuck to their guns, and they're just like trying to ride trends. Just to make money, can you believe that?
They actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a small kind of local upstart convention a while back for top list videos.
Oh, yeah.
And that actually, they had a really fucking big problem there. The fire department had to come and get a bunch of narrators out of the elevator, because apparently Chills was on the elevator and they couldn't leave floor 15. He just kept pressing the fucking button and saying it.
Well, you always have that guy at the convention, right?
Yeah. People would be like, I have to get to the next floor, and you'd be going 15, ping. And it's like, God fucking damn it, Chills.
Yeah. I mean, that's, you get into an elevator with Chills, that's going to happen.
Everyone knows you want when you board an elevator is to see Chills.
So what are we reading?
Why is this happening now and not on April 1st?
Too late. We're too late.
Too late.
We're recording this on the 10th, which is the first, but the ones before the 0.
Abysmii, shut up. Hey, everybody, we're recording this on April 1st.
So, we're going to be reading some stories from CJ March Wiki, a Creepypasta community.
Why?
Where the fuck did you find this?
Listen, Dead Bort.
Why are we doing this?
Dead Palette tried to type in Dead Bart, but misspelled it. And went, yeah, no, that's the one.
That's the one.
I like to think that Dead Palette read this to himself in his own time and found nothing wrong with it.
So the top of this, Dead Bart. This is a parody of Dead Bart. Please no hate comments. What the heck is kind of acceptable?
Okay.
And this is written by Kitty Kiddington. So this is, I'm excited to see what this parody has. Let's just embrace the classic creepypasta lost episode stuff. Okay, let's just have some fun with it.
Yeah, the classics.
Okay.
Because it's been a while since we read a lost episode kind of thing.
This is true.
And this is a parody, but fuck it. Shut up.
After this, are we going to read Suicide Moose or what?
Is that a Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yes! Hey, Rocky, watch me neck myself.
I can't possibly go on.
Life has lost all meaning. Goodbye.
Reality is an illusion. My wife let me.
God damn it. I'll never get to sleep with Natasha. She's with that Chad Boris.
Chad Boris and the Virgin Moose. Oh, fuck.
DP doesn't know.
Here's something that... No, I get it.
Oh,
I get
it.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a funny joke. I was going to say, here's something that we really think will make you kill yourself.
Any of the greatest generation out there remember Fractured Fairy Tales?
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. You know how Kitty Lover 75 was a weird way of counting all her episodes?
Absolutely, I know who that is and what the hell you're talking about.
Listen, Kitty Lover 75, weird episode counter.
Is that the one that was canceled on Twitter for saying that ISIS was... Oh, wait, no, that was Kitty Lover 74. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She refused to count a couple of them, making the amount of episodes inconsistent. For this reason, the reason for this is a lost episode from season 1 of Andre Anna's Adventures. Listen,
what the fuck that is?
What the fuck did I find?
This is your fault.
Garbage.
You found a parody creepypasta wiki.
Oh my god. Expect? I'm reading ahead. None of this has anything to do with Dead Bart.
Why did you do this to us? Why didn't we read the Fred Figglehorn theory?
I just want to say, in the right-hand column under recent wiki activity is Mega Man sees Tron naked, original version. And below that is My Little Pony SNES.
God damn it.
No, fuck it. Mega Man sees Tron naked, original version.
You wanna...
It's fucking 2 paragraphs long.
Good morning. I am a fox. You hear me. I am a fox who somehow shuts down 3 companies. Well, to me it's kind of a hard job. After doing weird things, I do a lot of dancing in a supermarket, stealing a lot of cooked chicken and much more. I had a weird experience with a Mega Man video game that came out in 2000, perhaps. This is the story. I broke up with my wife, Miss Fox, after she was done with me stealing stuff that belonged to humans. And now I live in the world of people. More to come.
This is the fantastic Mr. Fox somehow shoved into Mega Man sees Tron naked.
And Mega Man does not see Tron naked in it at all. Okay, click on Fred Figglehorn theory. We're doing this bitch.
Yeah.
I can't. Where's it?
I'll put it in the fucking Skype chat.
Just link it.
Yes, we're using Skype because apparently, despite the fact I'm the oldest person here, the other 2 are boomers.
And I'm fine with using Discord.
I'm fine with using Discord.
One of us is not.
I know how to use the Discord. I drink lots of Discords.
I got good news. This is by Dave the Useless,
No, it isn't. It was narrated by him. Fucker.
He also might have wrote it.
Maybe.
Because the author of the story is anonymous unknown. Yeah, okay.
Well, it was... Well, yeah, no, it was anonymous. Yeah, you're right.
For anybody who wonders, Fred Figglehorn was a guy on YouTube who pretended to be a little kid and sped up his voice and made it high, and it was very stupid.
And he was the first person to hit 1 million subscribers.
From behind.
Sure.
He's getting twerked on, and he's just going.
Theory 1. Oh, there are multiple theories, okay? Listen. It's complex. Fred was born with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. His father died in the car crash before he was born. His mother isn't really a prostitute. Fred just seen it that way growing up.
Wait, what?
This strikes me as not a troll pasta. This strikes me as a terrible theory.
His mother, because his mother was definitely a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
His mother told him everything. His father was in jail to stop him from getting violent. She tried everything in her power, getting the neighbor's children, Kevin, Judy, and Bertha, to help him and be his friend. However, Fred didn't really like Kevin because Kevin also had a crush on Judy. So one day, Fred pushed Kevin into a river, drowning him to death.
Why? Just happened. Whatever.
I love the concept of you push someone into a river and they
can't get out.
They can't get out. What are you doing?
It's like that scene in Sonic where he just goes. Anyway, Sonic fans know.
Hey, Sonic fans. Hey, like this video if you're a Sonic fan.
We're gonna put tails in the tags.
Judy found this out and got scared of Fred. She tried to avoid him at every cost, even at school.
Fred became a doctor and started calling himself Ramsey.
After school one day, when Fred was following Judy's car home, Judy's mom crashed into a tree, instantly killing them both. Fred was distraught, so in his mind he created teenage Kevin and Judy, imagining that they were still alive. No wonder his grandma thought he had to see a therapist. Bertha was the only girl who loved Fred. I don't know who we're talking about anymore, but Fred didn't like that, so he set her house ablaze, killing Bertha and her family.
Nice.
Fred's mom still loved her son, but she couldn't cope anymore, so she committed suicide by hanging. Everyone in this story is dead.
This is just the Rugrats theory.
Yeah.
When Fred found her lifeless body, he went... He grabbed a carving knife, severing his spinal cord from the neck, killing him in a matter of seconds. In the afterlife...
His own?
Yes!
Yeah!
If this doesn't include Annoying Orange, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. In the afterlife, Fred met all the people that died in his life. Kevin, Judy, and Bertha were mad at him for killing them, so they bullied him. This is... So the show takes place in the afterlife? Fred gained the high-pitched voice from his voice box being destroyed. The spirit of his mom remained angry at her son for killing himself. Why you?
The Figglehorn house is now empty. Kevin's mother got schizophrenia.
Well, dead?
Fred...
Oh, no, wait, no, she's alive. That's right.
Listen, you develop schizophrenia when you're, imagining Fred visiting her house and that Kevin was still alive. Judy's house in the trailer was demolished a year after their deaths. Fred's school put up trees and memories before it was demolished 5 years later.
Why does any of that matter?
Okay, we're moving on to the Lost Shrek film. It's on the right.
The Lost Shrek film.
We're just hopping
Just
through.
now,
Yeah.
fuck it.
We should point out we
care.
haven't finished anything yet except Mega Man sees Tron naked. That one the
Because
author
it was
didn't
3
finish.
sentences long.
Fuck it, this is great.
Okay, the Lost Shrek film. Also narrated by Dave the Useless. A lot of people love Shrek because it featured the comedic riffage of Mike Myers and up-and-coming celebrity Martin Lawrence. Wait! No, it didn't!
Donkey is not Martin Lawrence. Oh, fuck. Everybody knows it was Will Smith. Ha-ha! Who wants waffles?
Haha, I'm a donkey. What a lot of people don't know is that Shrek was originally planned to be part of a 5-film series. No, that actually happened. And everyone knows about it. The film's production took a strange turn after Shrek 3 was released, with actor Mike Myers reportedly claiming that if he had to voice the Big Green Ogre again, he'd, quote, fucking kill himself. The arduous process of making the masterful Shrek films
I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Has led to a huge cult online following of people who demand a Shrek 4. Well, author, let me tell you something.
I work for DreamWorks.
My father
I'm
for
so
DreamWorks.
pissed off it's not my dad doesn't work for DreamWorks.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn it.
Maybe this is someone's dad. I work for DreamWorks. I was a doll grip on both Shrek films. They're 3D.
Gross.
They're 3D. You were not a dolly grip. Maybe
this is an alternate dimension where the Shrek films are live action.
Okay, maybe
And there's only
I'm wrong
been
about
4
what a
of them.
doll grip is. But one day, I heard actor John Leguizamo discussing his part in the Shrek 4 feature when the production manager immediately told him to leave angrily. Leave and angry.
Yes!
And never to mention Shrek 4 again.
Oh, this is great. If we keep jumping around through these different stories, we're gonna have
We read until we don't want to read anymore, and then we skip to something else.
Well,
That's
we're going to be
the
finishing
rule.
this one because it's got the stuff, man.
So far.
Well, yeah, this one's pretty good, but I'm just saying, if we keep skipping around, we're gonna have some really weird metadata. Fred Bicklehorn, Shrek film. John Leguizamo, Deadpool.
Mega Man, Tron Naked.
Fortnite, Valorant, Overwatch.
Well, I managed to slip into the office one night when everyone else was asleep under the guise that I had forgotten my prized Lord Farquaad mug.
I want to believe that mug is in the shape of Lord Farquaad's head.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. No, I love the concept that it's like when everyone else is asleep, like they're just sleeping in the office, like in the office cots,
Yes.
in the office bunks. Everyone
In
lives
the
here.
server farms of DreamWorks, there's also the living quarters.
It's just like bunk beds on top of the servers.
That's how they keep warm.
Yeah.
It's like a summer camp, but it's also a production studio.
Wait a minute, it makes sense. DreamWorks?
Oh.
They sleep there, yeah.
Listen, guys, a team that sleeps together edits a film together.
Fucking hell.
The
Now, get
manager
that-
was fired the next day for sexual harassment.
Mr. Weinstein.
Listen, I just needed a nice dog grip. You know, I saw a news story today that said, I shit you not, the headline was...
That's how it started. I shit you
shit
not, comma. The rest of the headline.
It just said, Weinstein negative for 19. And I was like,
People care.
fucking great for him.
So give it to him?
I was just like, well, that's the thing though, is you don't want to give it to him because then every single ficus plant in that prison is going to get it as well.
That is like, that's more of a dig at the media because even during a fucking global pandemic, they cannot do anything other than be like, what celebrity may or may not have the virus? Like they have nothing else to say.
Why is Harvey Weinstein called the Ficus Man of Alcatraz? I don't know.
Alcatraz.
Yeah. The Birdman of Alcatraz, you never heard of that? Jesus Christ.
They reopened Alcatraz just to put him in there.
Yes, that would be
He
good.
wanders the halls now and then.
Maybe they could do a reality show. Cosby, Weinstein, I don't know what other fucking references, Jared from Subway.
You see, I can't get any pudding pops in Alcatraz because it's surrounded by water.
Ghosts of dead inmates keep waking me up in my sleep.
Oh shit! I
What
love
if
this episode.
What if they gave Cosby the chair? It would just be like Zabba Dabba Da Zabba Da Goo Baba Dee Bob Dan.
Oh, little did I know that I was about to discover something that would completely destroy the Shrek mythology and possibly explain the end of the world theories related to Shrek that are swimming around the internet. You know, the end of the world Shrek theories.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro here to destroy the Shrek mythology.
I love you walk by a homeless person and they're holding up a sign that says, "The end is nigh, watch Shrek 5.
The end is nigh, watch Shrek or die.
The end is donkey. The DVD had Shrek 4 written in marker with a picture of Shrek and a permanent frown. So basically anything of Shrek. Shrek looked really disappointed. He was staring at his feet and he had dark circles under his eyes. The DVD itself was a CDR-RW with an onion and a smiley face on it that said, "For Jeffy Smalls."
God damn it,
Shout out
Jeffy.
to my main man, Jeffy Smalls.
How many creepypastas are gonna reference Jeffy Smalls? God damn it.
I don't know.
Keeps popping
But the
up.
next one I write will definitely reference Jeffy Smalls' happy face.
Oh, shit.
With one of those D... I love they say, "For Jeffy Smalls, capital D, indicating the emo," and then immediately says, with one of those D-mouth smiley faces. Yeah, I know, because you just put it in there. I think Jeff Smalls is one of the higher-ups at DreamWorks, if not the CFO.
Oh.
I knew I was risking the job, but I stole the DVD and replaced it with a Family Guy DVD. Expecting to get some heat from my boss in the morning. I
What?
smashed the security camera on the way out and went home.
I tell you, Lois, this is worse than the time Shrek ended the world.
Peter, Jeffy Smalls is in our living room.
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
Jesus
fuck.
Christ, no.
No. I like that you and I are referencing the same thing.
DP doesn't know. Fuck
He
DP. Haha.
You're just happy because this isn't a fucking
Frisky
Frisky
dipshit.
Dingo.
We need to find the Frisky Dingo lost episode.
Ugh.
Oh.
All of them,
Which
nobody
is-
watched it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. It turns out that this disc was a promotional Blu-ray for a straight-to-DVD copy of Shrek. I put the tape on. Now it's a tape. The intro was bizarre. It looked like a bunch of fairies were hanging from trees. And there was just the sound of someone screaming, "Oh my God!" over and over again.
A bunch of fairies hanging from trees. That just sounds like Saudi Arabia.
Shrek visits Saudi Arabia in Shrek, and what is it? What's the 1001 Arabian Nights thing? I don't know. I was trying to think of another fairy tale.
Aladdin?
Well, no, I was.
Oh,
trying to think-
Sherazade?
I don't know. Whatever.
Shrek meets Aladdin.
I was trying to think of some kind of.
Shrekazade
Fucking
in.
God damn it! I was trying to think of a Middle Eastern fairy tale that you could hook Shrek up into. Okay, the
Aladdin.
next part.
I
Aladdin.
gave you one.
Yeah.
Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves.
What's
Like,
the
what do you
fucking
want?
1,000 Thieves or 40 Thieves? That's it. Okay.
Yeah, no, the 1,000 Tales of Sherazade, and
listen,
the 40 Thieves is one of them.
40,000 feet. Yeah.
I don't care.
40,000?
I don't care how many fine-ass tales Scheherazade has seen. The next part was really fucked up. We see the house that Shrek lives in, but it seems assembled more like hell. Shrek looks really nervous, and his eyes look more glossy and realistic.
Oh, please bleed. Please bleed.
I am guessing this wasn't finished, but Shrek looked a lot cheaper. He was dressed like a hussy. The backdrops were really grainy, and there were what looked like human hands sticking up from the ground. Time to what?
Yeah.
Time to water the hands, Shrek says.
Are you sure Mr. Krabs didn't say that?
SpongeBob, me boy.
He walks outside. Krabby Patties are bullshit. He walks outside and takes a piss on some hands. It was disturbing, but I didn't want to watch Shrek pissing on hands. Of course. You even saw his green penis. No!
This is the best Shrek movie ever, other than the first one.
Somebody once told me golden showers were gonna drench me. I don't know.
If you see hands, take a damn piss.
She was looking kind of dumb with piss all over her thumb.
With her
In the
finger
shape
in her...
of a dick in her hands.
Well, Shrek starts coming and he doesn't stop coming.
God damn it.
Look at his leg and you'll find that it's running. Okay, good.
See, that's the thing, is like a lot of these Crappypastas are great because they just have vivid imagery. It's just kind of like going on a dream.
Yeah, it's a fucking fever dream, and the best ones, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, like, you kind of can't tell at first if they're being serious or not,
Mhm.
and then eventually it just doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
I think that I obviously know that this is like a Crappypasta because of its context, but like there are elements of it where it's just like, I don't know. Someone would write this seriously.
See, DP, the term you're looking for is a troll pasta.
Sure, yeah. I distinctly could tell that it was Michael Myers, the actor who portrayed Shrek, doing the voices. What was most disturbing, however, was that the voice sounded like a raspier. I thought that was going to say rapier.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nobody do an impression of that. Okay, anyway, moving on.
He walked over to the donkey, who was not voiced by the actor that originally portrayed him. Yeah.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker. Instead, it sounded like an angrier German. Shrek, we need to go to the castle to stop the dragon, he yelled. The donkey was standing on his hind legs, and there was a clear swastika found on his forehead.
Forehead spelled Fourhead.
I'm making waffles. He yelled.
She was looking kind of dumb with the swastika on her forehead.
What the fuck?
She was looking kind of dumb with her finger in her thumb in the shape of a swastika on her skin head.
Well, the Reich starts marching and they don't start marching.
I think I know who wrote this, and his name is Count Dankula.
Oh, okay.
And this is what he got arrested for.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
He yelled and kicked the gingerbread man into the background. I could see the gingerbread man was crying and bleeding with highly realistic core.
Instead of gore.
The likes of which DreamWorks could never produce on its own. Ooh, just shade at DreamWorks.
Pixar must have helped.
Yeah.
Pixar must have clearly lent a hand.
Yeah.
I had been a fan of the film as it reached my demographic as intended by the CEO of DreamWorks. But I don't know how anyone could enjoy this. I loved it, but I don't know how anyone could enjoy it. Everything just seems sad and dead. Donkey walks off to the end of a cliff, and you could see a visible noose around his neck. You see, Donkey, people are like onions, and onions have layers. Shrek started talking abruptly. He took a CG onion out and shoved his cock in it.
Question mark?
Question mark? Is that what the story's telling me?
Onions have layers. He's getting laid by an onion. It all makes sense.
You could hear someone snickering rather loudly to the sound of silverware falling in the background.
What is happening?
Shrek took the same knife he used to peel the onion and started peeling off his own skin. He peeled layer after layer of skin off until he was a bloody CGI skeleton with a picture of Michael Myers' real head taped to it as a post-production artifact.
God damn it.
It wasn't even a scary picture of Michael Myers. It was just him playing the love guru, having drawn a dick on his own forehead.
I planned on shutting the DVD off. I knew for the love of God this was going to ruin my image of the wonderful ogre and his lovable chums. The scene immediately cut to Shrek fucking the wall in his house, while the entire gingerbread family cried.
God damn it.
I took the DVD out of the player. I had had enough. This was too scary for me. All of a sudden, the DVD started to talk in a robotic voice.
Go ahead.
Okay. Please return me to my owner. A physical tear poured down Shrek's eye on the front of the case. I tasted it, and it was salty.
Ooh.
I opened the DVD to check for an apparatus where liquid would pour out, and I could find none. It was almost like some sort of magic, demonic possession, or real-life magical VHS. All of a sudden, the DVD started to scream, "People are like onions." I could smell onions all of a sudden, like one of those old scratch and sniff cards. I threw the tape in I thought it was a whatever. Is this DVD or a VHS?
Yes.
I threw the tape in the garage can and lit the garbage on fire. My sprinkler system went off as the tape exploded, sending fiery hot plastic into my eyes and burning my chest and nipple hair. My cat got singed and squealed at me and started to claw my eyes out while the sprinkler system hit electrical currents and exploded, burning away my kitchen and ottoman. I could hear the tape laughing at me.
Not the ottoman, come on.
Oh, not the Turks.
There's a literary rule that you don't shoot the dog. You don't burn the ottoman, guys. Come on.
Okay. This is so lost the plot.
I woke up in the hospital again. Turns out...
From here, it just turns into Jane the Killer.
Yeah. Turns out people are like onions. The doctors extracted several whole Vidalia onions from my chest cavity during a surgical operation that took roughly 16 hours. They called it a medical miracle, stating that I had 3 days left to live. Well, you can imagine how I spent those 3 days. Day 1, make this write-up so that the internet will remember this horrible tale. Day 2, visit the world's largest McDonald's and order some spaghetti. Also, maybe the visit the 2021 PastaCon. I mean,
Yeah.
getting spaghetti at the world's largest McDonald's. It's like the world's largest Burger King. Day 3. March straight into DreamWorks Studios and demand to know the meaning of this godforsaken tape. I stormed in, slamming the DVD/tape on the counter. We're now calling it both. What the fuck is this shit? I yelled to a man behind a chair. The chair swiveled around, revealing Mike Myers.
Yeah!
He looked horrible. He had gained roughly 200 pounds and his skin had turned green due to leprosy. So it's just modern day Michael Myers. Or Mike Myers.
Yeah.
He just knew, like, oh yeah, that's clearly the telltale signs of leprosy.
Yeah. Well, he's become Shrek. I had wondered what had happened to him after the Love Guru. He had warts and scars all over his body, and he was dressed exactly like Shrek. You see, Mark, he said, leering at me.
Do you want to know how I got this leprosy?
Yeah, Mike Myers. People are like onions. I began to shudder. And onions have layers.
You know what you get when you plant a bunch of onions and neglect them? You get what you fucking deserve!
This is actually like the Joker, though. He took out a potato peeler and lunged at me. Tried to cut
Yeah.
a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I took out the DVD as he stabbed the potato peeler, and he stabbed the DVD slipcase, the source of his power. Probably.
This is just, it's just an excellent dream.
Yeah.
This is something that Zach from Psychic Pebbles could, like,
Yes.
animate, and it would just be the best thing ever.
Mike Myers turns around in his swivel chair. Mike Myers, he's all green and he's 200 pounds plus. He's covered in warts. What do you do? Also, he's got a potato peeler in his hand.
Your
Right.
giant goddess Mike Myers comes up to you. What do you do?
Mike Myers exploded into onions and I was fired. But it's okay, because I was immediately detained by the United States government and exported to Ireland.
Exported? I was declared a commodity and
He's
exported.
So
We don't
romantic.
export onions to Ireland, I'm pretty sure.
God damn it.
Oh, with that attitude, several men have painted me green and forced me to live in a large, genetically modified onion with a donkey.
For anybody who didn't catch that, he's being forced to live in a giant onion with a donkey.
Genetically modified onion.
Damn GMOs.
Yeah.
Genetically modified onions.
Giant, massive onions.
Everything. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Do you have any GMO-free bananas? It's just genetically modified onion bananas.
Do you have any
been...
GMOs? I'm sorry. No, this is a Whole Foods. No, I want giant, massive onions. Do you have any? Oh, yes, sir, in the back.
Clearly.
I like the idea of an onionana, though, because you just would, like, peel it and you'd start crying. You'd be like, fucking damn it.
Oh, my God.
They forced me to bathe in mud and plow the fields for Vidalia onions on a daily basis. After about a month, a Hispanic man in a leopard print leotard came in holding a video camera. He was filming me and snickering. Other smaller Hispanic boys threw gingerbread men and plastic fairies at me while I attempted to put in an honest day's work.
He's just trying to do his job, guys.
I want to remind everybody that Hispanic just means speaks Spanish.
Well,
So this doesn't actually really describe their physical appearance.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. The sun beat down on my disheveled face as I lay there in the mud, naked, bleeding, cold. This is horrifying.
This actually would be a fantastic, absurdist, surreal horror movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Being kidnapped and forced to do all this stuff. You take away the element of Shrek and you just see it, as, you're kidnapped, taken away, painted green, and forced to live in a hut and farm onions.
Take out all the DreamWorks IP, and this is like a Sundance darling that people would laud as like a triumph of artful cinema.
Are you saying that Sundance doesn't know what's good? And would
I'm
go for
saying that
Crappypasta?
Sundance. I mean, Sundance, some of the Sundance stuff has been some of my favorite movies of recent, like The Lighthouse and what was the other one? Fucking God damn it! I can't remember now. Pixels. I don't know. Sundance has had some okay stuff. Oh, fucking! I think Hereditary. I think it was Sundance. I don't know. Sundance, like, there's good stuff that comes out of it, and then there's a bunch of bullshit. But, like, yeah, you take out, like, the Shrek stuff, and this would be like, oh my god, it's so deep. When I woke up, I was laying on some strange flower-shaped floor. Flower,
As in
not the plant, the baking material. Flower-shaped floor. I don't even know what that looks like. As I looked up, I noticed that the many foods I plowed in the fields were being spread all over my green and naked body. Oh my god, tomatoes, beans, and sour cream.
He plowed sour cream.
One of the Mexican pool boys threw Tex-Mex cheese into my painful wounds.
Why are they Mexican pool boys now when they were just Hispanic children?
Because someone doesn't know the difference between Mexican and Hispanic.
Or does he?
I before the existence of this podcast, I did not know.
I was being rolled into a tortilla. Oh my god!
This is just somebody's vor story.
Yeah. I screamed and tried to awaken from this horrible nightmare, but it wasn't a nightmare. It was reality. Except more real, somehow, than reality. Like the real reality, and the actual reality is a post-reality that comes after the pre-reality.
Fuck you.
They poured hot beef sauce onto my body. Oh my god, I don't want to be the meat in this tortilla, I screamed. A familiar voice began to speak to me, though my eyes were filled with spicy lime sauce. No, Mark. You are the onions, and onions, my heart skipped a beat.
Have layers.
Yeah. This is just, what's that, movie Summer something?
Midsummer?
Midsummer? Yeah, this is just Midsummer.
Midsummer, this is, as much as I like Midsummer, this is deeper than Midsummer.
And onions, my heart skipped a beat, have layers. As they peeled me like a ripe guava, I came to a deep realization about what onions were a metaphor of. See, underneath everything, we're not deep, intellectual human beings. We're not special either. DreamWorks lied to us as children. They wanted our money, so they sold us a lie.
Our money, as in, like, the parents who buy it, the fucking tickets, not the kids.
Isn't this an adult that works at DreamWorks?
Yes!
This story has been such a fucking trip.
We're not even unique in style and taste. There is nothing about us that is any difference from the rest of us. Underneath everything, we're just skeletons. Go up to your neighbors and greet them as skeletons. Recognize them for the true skeleton inside.
Fucking mood right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because one day you might be that skeleton. In fact, you already are that skeleton. As the end credits on my existence played, I noticed that the executive producer was the devil. I become more concerned about who the director was. In fact, it would have sent a shiver up my spine if the pool boys hadn't broken it. It was me. He was the director.
Damn, homie.
Wow.
Damn, homie.
The one thing I want you all to take away from this is greet your fellow human as the skeleton they are. There is no deeper truth than that right there. Also, I'm looking at the comments, and one person said, I think you mean CEO, not CFO.
That person
is
not greeting their fellow man as the skeleton that they are.
No.
Listen,
he's bound in flesh.
This is a profound work of what's the term I'm looking for? Anti-deterministic worldview. Because, like, look, you may want to put it up to your genetics and to the situation that you have been placed into, the circumstances of your birth. But when you really get down into it, who, out of all of us, is directing your life?
And more importantly, who is directing Shrek 6?
I will say Quentin Tarantino.
Probably.
Ooh, that'd be good.
I'd watch that. For the lulz.
God, the fucking pop culture references would go off the charts.
I mean, it's already chock full of them.
Yeah.
It would just implode in on itself.
Oops, all references. So this was first posted here by CJ March, 84. So, of who
Absolutely.
this is named for.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bill Nye. Oh,
we can just finish off with Bill Nye.
okay.
What's going to top that?
Yeah, we're just going to read Bill Nye Explosion.avi.
Bill Nye Explosion.avi. Bill
Nye.
Kill.
Probably everyone who loved Disney Channel in the 90s.
Hold on. Unknown author, critique part by J. Salinger 7.
Oh.
As in J.D. Salinger?
J.D. Salinger has really fallen off.
Well, he only wrote shit beforehand, so, you know.
Well.
Probably everyone who loved Disney Channel in the 90s knew Bill Nye. Wasn't Bill Nye on PBS?
Yeah, I don't think that was Disney.
That's great. I love this.
And he was played by Martin Lawrence.
I was about to say, it starts off the same as the last one of Martin Lawrence played Donkey.
Bill Nye was an actor who directed and starred in the educational show called Bill Nye the Science Guy. After at least 100 episodes, Bill Nye the Science Guy was canceled. It wasn't until 1997 that they made the first episodes available on the Discovery Channel.
Okay.
PBS does not exist. I decided to have a little nostalgia and watch a video from the old show. I had gone onto the website and started watching a video titled Bill Nye Explosion.avi, thinking it was the title for the science they were doing, explosions and gunpowder and the sort. I clicked play.
Oh,
It
Bill.
started with a normal
God
theme
damn it.
song.
Go ahead, DP. Abysmii has been stopped.
What?
Oh, Bill. I don't think that's a good idea, Bill.
Oh, Bill. It started with a normal theme song. Bill Nye, the science guy. And the screen cut to Bill Nye. He said, "Hello, everyone. Today we're going to learn about explosions." He revealed a large can behind him.
Bill Nye. Do you think Bill Nye will be remembered for all of his good works, or for his
Netflix,
or his ice cream orgies?
I think he's going to be remembered as the guy who got really angry later in life and went on political shows and screamed a bunch and completely ruined any goodwill that his farmer fans had.
Oof. He first took a bottle of vinegar and put some oil in. He then lit it with a match. As the match went into the can, the camera went off and was blown away by trash. What?
What?
Much like most programming, am I right?
Aw,
Hey,
damn.
Bill Nye here. Do you know what happens when you mix a bottle of vinegar and put some oil in it? You get what you fucking deserve.
Damn it.
Take it to your local Republican congressman and throw it in their yard.
Whoa! Alright. Jesus Christ, Bill.
Antifa Bill Nye.
Oh my god. Kill. It's just Antifa guys, but they have little bow ties on.
Bill Nye Antifa guy.
So here we're going to talk about inertia. Here's what you do. You're going to get a milkshake and you're going to fill it with cement mixer.
Jeez. Liberals can get it too.
A lot of people like to ask the scientific query of, is it okay to punch a Nazi? Let's try it out.
How many times would you have to punch a Nazi to cook him? Anyway, let me read that again, okay. As the match went into the can, Bill Nye's career went off and was blown away by trash. It then went into a technical difficulties screen showing Bill's severed head as the model. Okay. The body
Which
parts.
is just accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it shows.
The
it's
body
just a disembodied head.
The body parts were everywhere, including the cameraman and Bill Nye.
Yay!
So we've killed off Bill Nye really quickly in the story. As the camera zoomed in to Bill's head, it was barely recognizable. It showed half of his face blown off by the deadly vinegar explosion, and his eye sockets were empty. Okay, do we think so far that this is a troll pasta, or do we think this is a valid attempt at a lost episode?
No, it's a troll pasta because they're doing like the Discovery Channel and Disney Channel gimmick, and yeah.
I took the screenshot above to show you what it looked like before showing Bill's head. All of the body parts were mangled and dirty and blown to pieces as the last remaining molecules heated up and exploded in a big bang, destroying the camera.
So if the camera's destroyed, how do you have footage?
I don't know. It was blown away by trash, too.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Fuck you. As they cut to another camera. See, there are multiple cameras. It shows kids rocking in the corner and muttering nonsense to themselves after seeing Bill Nye blown to pieces. Soon after, closing the window media player. This is a great story.
Heyo.
Bill Nye. Soon after closing Winamp, the Bill Nye video vanished, leaving nothing but an error in its place.
So the icon is gone and there's a little error where the icon was, or what?
404 Bill Nye not found.
Oh, so this last part is written by J.D. Salinger.
This is almost laughable untrue, as everyone knows that Bill Nye, while gone from the acting radar today, is still alive and active. The show ended in 1998. It defies logic that the concoction would cause such an explosion to level a set and a building. Besides, if this explosion is so devastating, how did the kids survive? How did the cameraman survive? I also noticed that there is no screenshot nor website provided by this moronic author. There is even a contradiction by the author saying the cameraman showed dismembered pieces of the cameraman with Mr. Nye. Impossible. Even if so, the moronic nostalgic fan had any information on the show itself, many know that the cameraman was never shown. The explosion is also mentioned destroying the camera. It is obvious if the explosion could destroy a set and or building, it would destroy the remains and the camera. This is genuinely fake. This was most likely made as a sick joke or by a moron of high caliber.
Wouldn't that be low caliber? You moron?
Let me tip my fedora.
M'lady.
Listen, I am a moderator on the Bill Nye subreddit, and none of this is accurate, okay? So here's the fun question. Is this little critique thing at the end...
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know anymore.
Pasta?
This whole fucking wiki is so beyond my reckoning and understanding. I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
Guys, it's part of the troll pasta because the name of the user is fucking Jay Salinger.
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
It's so hard to tell because it's just like, if you're pretending to be an idiot, aren't you really an idiot? But not in the case. I don't know, but it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
This is like, okay, look, here we're going to write an obviously fake story, and it's going to be tongue in cheek. It's going to be a troll pasta, ha ha ha. And then at the end, this throws a curveball at you by being a troll analysis, and it's just like, shit, is this real or fake?
Like, we are,
guys,
surface level critiquing this, but not really. We're kind of just experiencing it. There's a difference.
I'm going to give BillNyeExplosion.avi moderately high praise, reasonably high praise, and I'm going to say that if the review is actually part of the story, which I believe it is, it's more convincing than 99% of No Sleep stories.
Yeah.
I wonder if that review is real or not. I don't wonder if any stories on No Sleep or even Let's Not Meet are real or not. I just... you read through them, you can tell if they are or aren't. It's like...
That's true.
That review is like the good part of, life in general. I don't know.
Listen, so this has been a fun experiment in trying to get as many SEO terms as possible on one video. Thank you for joining us on this, shit post, shall we say, of an episode of the Fear Fiction Podcast. Please remember to, like, rate, comment, offer 5 stars to us if you feel that we're worth it, and then next year we'll try and actually get an episode out like this on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
I love how we didn't try to make an April Fool's episode; it just happened after the fact.
Maybe that's the biggest April Fool of all, is not doing it on the right date.
Well, April Fool's next year is on Thursday, which is almost Friday, so we could do it.
What?
Huh?
You super need a new mic.
Yeah.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey guys, Slimebeast here. I don't have much time, but I need to share some important information with all of you. Basically, what had happened was I tried to get Abysmii to sober up so we could record the next episode, and when I tried to take away his two-fisted bottles of space booze, he shoved me into some sort of sci-fi, chamber. And anyway, as it turns out, that chamber was a time machine. I know, surreal as fuck, I know. I arrived in the United States of America in the year 2024, and, well, surprise, Trump is still president, and from what I've been able to piece together, Joe Biden, he looked like he had a chance for a while, but during the third debate he started asking where he was, and he vomited about a gallon of what looked like curdled milk onto the stage. And then he said, quote, "Obama never let me drink it, but now I'm a big boy." And then he passed out in front of the entire nation. But that's besides the point now. I wanted to tell you about the candidates running for president in 2024, the year I am now trapped in. It's my hope that you, listening to this, can somehow find a way to stop all this shit. Just stop all of it back in your time period. Dear God, I pray that you do. The Republican ticket right now has 3 current frontrunners. I'm just going to let them speak for themselves. Here they are, from the least to most popular at the time of this recording. Hey y'all, I'm Fucko Gay Puncher, a popular college football coach with no political experience. As president, I promise to overturn consent laws. Greetings, fellow people. My name is Pfizer McWalmart. I'm a lifelong businessman who still understands the common man and his concerns. Tell me, how do tax cuts for your boss sound? Hi? What? I'm Dimmy Dum Dumbler the Third, and my daddy told me to be president. And as president, I want to make Oklahoma into a ball pit. Okay, that's scary, right? Terrifying. But you're probably saying to yourself, hey, the Democrats will run a candidate that can easily defeat any of those psychotic weirdos, right? Well, here are the top 3 Democratic candidates as of right now. Hello, I'm P-Word Piss Bucket. I'm not a very good public speaker, but my heart is in the right place. My campaign motto is, please vote for me. I'm sick. Hey Zoomers, I'm Presidente McPresident Face. I let the internet name me. Whoa! Am I flossing on stage at the primary debate? Totes am. Lit fire, 100 vibe check my pepes. I also let the internet pick my platform. Free epic beans for everyone at 3 a.m. Oh, well, hey there. Who are you exactly? Oh, you want to know who I am? Okay, well... Oh, sorry, I had a minor seizure there. Who are you again? Oh, right, my name. Well, where's my wife? Where's Mild? Oh, right, she's dead. So you see the problem, right? I mean, I was really hoping that the American voting population learned their lesson in 2016, and then I saw they didn't in 2020, and guess fucking what? They still haven't learned anything. Everyone's telling me to hold my nose and vote for the candidate of their choice, but I'm made of slime. I don't have a nose. And that's why I need you. In whatever year you're hearing this, I need you to fix the problem before it starts. It's going to sound crazy, but trust me on this. The only way to prevent this bleak dystopian future is to share the Fearfiction Podcast with at least 10 friends. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bop.
So I stole the story, Dead Bart, and rewrote it and made it better with all of me.
You
That's
wouldn't
not
rewrite a
stealing,
car,
that's
would you?
transform.
You wouldn't rewrite a car.
Sorry.
This session of plugs is very focused on intellectual property theft.
If you're listening to this podcast anywhere other than YouTube, possibly Newgrounds, maybe some other sites we've put it on, please report them immediately to the authorities.
No, I did a narration that I call Dead Bart Redux, where I took the story Dead Bart and tried to, one, update it for more modern times, incorporating real-life facts about the Fox and that sort of world, and then also incorporate a little bit more, I don't know why I'm doing MatPat. Well, I'm Matt. Is Dead Bart actually alive, Bart? Incorporated some Simpsons knowledge into it, and then also tried to make it follow no sleep rules for real. Tried to make it a little bit more realistic and less grandiose.
Right.
But yeah, please go look that up.
The way
No Sleep, by the way, 3 months late to the game, just banned coronavirus stories.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good on DP for updating the story. In the episode where Bart dies, now he gets to meet Ninja and play Fortnite with him.
And then he
Ninja
flosses right out of the airplane.
Yeah, he flosses on his way down.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Yes.
I really like how
He
you rewrote
falls out
that
of the
famous
bus.
line.
Again.
Yeah, who's Ben? Well, Ben flossed. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Should we make a Fortnite creepypasta book and just literally steal a bunch of creepypastas and edit in Fortnite?
Just find like the term that appears the most in each one and just do Control Find Replace All with Fortnite.
and then have the digital cover of it just be Ninja's face.
But his eyes are bleeding. Is that?
Oh, absolutely, hyper realistic blood.
Whoa! But yeah, I'm just picturing. Does anybody here remember a Fortnite skin called Skin Taker? He took other skins from models and made a patchwork suit out of them.
You want to gently fiddle with your mic a bit?
Oh my god.